Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Let's see how we do. Hola, did you know we have a full moon in Aries happening Thursday, October 17th? Okay, this is happening on a Thursday, a Jupiter day, and it is swiftly approaching. Right now, it is Venus Day, Friday, October 11th, and we're going to get into what you need to know for this full moon in Aries, what's happening with the cosmos, the astrology of it all. And then we're going to get into each sign. We're going to do all 12 signs, all signs horoscopes for this full moon. Now, this is our first full moon after eclipse season, okay? After eclipse season, now eclipse season is still unfolding. It's still rolling out the red carpet at this present moment, okay? So definitely let me know where you're watching from, how you're feeling, how this energy has been treating you post the eclipse, any clarity that came through. And the full moon is a time of clarity, is a time of illumination. It is a super blood moon. It's the closest moon of 2024, so it will look the biggest, okay? It will look the biggest. And so definitely go out and check it out on October 17th. It's going to be very powerful energy. Why? Well, this full moon in Aries isn't standing alone. We have been having this storyline in the Aries Libra axis, and this is the first full moon in Aries that's not an eclipse in since last year. And so this is sort of is it a premonition? It's kind of a peek into a lot of things that are happening right now are peak into March 2025 when we have that solar eclipse in Aries. And Aries is the sign of the warrior, okay? Aries is a sign of the warrior. So this full moon, you already know, it's taking our blood, our sweat, our tears, everything, because Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of war, the planet of aggression. And Mars right now is in its pre-shadow period because it's going to go retrograde in December. Okay, so we're going to talk about all that and what it means. Too much clarity. I feel you. San Diego, yes, blessings, everybody. I'm streaming on Instagram. I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitter. Okay, so let me know if you're watching the live, watching the replay, how it's going for you in this energy. What's your big three? Maybe it's just big me. Okay. Also, okay, for this full moon in Aries, we are going to be doing our Reiki sessions. We do this as a spiritual maintenance, as spiritual cleaning, how we clean our body. We want to clean our spirit, clean our aura, and that's exactly what Reiki does. Reiki is a Japanese healing modality that can be sent through time and space. So wherever you are in the world, you can tap in with Reiki energy healing, okay? And our focus for this full moon in Aries is going to be cut the cord, okay? Because full moons are about release. Full moons are about surrender and letting go. And with the eclipse clarity, that has come in, it's a great time to let go, great time to banish, delete the drama, okay? Cut the chaos. And it's very much giving no more drama in my life, okay? Get the hateration out the dancery. Ain't got no time for that. So I'm going to be doing a Reiki ritual that night, Thursday. I'll be going live on YouTube for about an hour. We're going to get into a sound bath so we can truly relax, our Reiki energy healing, as well as a collective tarot reading, magic candle altar, and I'll post it the next day with a Reiki report message for each chakra. Okay, so we're going to be cutting the cords. You can set a special intention of a cord you want to cut. Maybe this is a cord within yourself, self-sabotage, a bad habit, releasing a toxic cycle, a bad relationship, a bad job, whatever it is that you want to cut the cord, set that intention and join us on Thursday, October 17th. You can secure a spot on my website, BigEmpressEnergyLLC.com. Okay. I'm also introducing new readings. I do tarot and astrology readings. So I'm doing year ahead for 2025 to a peek into what's going to happen each quarter. And also fix your funk and what's your superpower. So if you've been in a rut and you want to change that, fix your funk is for you. If you're trying to discover your strengths or see how to work with it, what's your superpower is for you. I do live and pre-recorded readings. That's also on the site. Okay. And Reiki 3 school is up. 1 and 2 is coming. All right. So now let's get into the details about what you need to know for this beautiful full blood super moon that's going to look so magical in the sky. The moon is super close to Earth. So people will be feeling full moons bring illumination and they bring a lot of emotional climax. Okay. And I feel like this one, people are going to be extra like in their feelings or agitated because it is ruled by Mars and there is a grand cardinal cross in the sky, which means that all these planets are talking to each other and forcing this tension, forcing this pressure within the collective, within yourself to make a new fresh start. Okay. And part of that is leaving the past behind. The cardinal energy wants us to initiate something, wants us to claim our power. Okay, that's another thing we're working on, claiming our power. And so that is really what's happening. So if you're not doing it yourself, there will be external forces that are showing up. And we are in Libra season. Happy birthday to all of my Libras, my beautiful Libras celebrating a birthday. So we are in Libra season, right? And so this is all about our connections, business relationships, family relationships, romantic relationships. And these relationships can be a catalyst for growth, for change, or as well a catalyst to cut the cord to toxic cycles, to dynamics and peoples and situations that have been siphoning your own creative energy. And that's why you've been feeling stagnant, you've been feeling lackluster, you've been feeling dry. And we are also approaching a transformational season of Scorpio. Okay. So we're getting ready for that too. So we're releasing things that have been taking away our power, our drive, and our passion. I feel like this full moon in Aries is going to be motivating people to go for that gold. It's going to be motivating people to set themselves apart, to step up as a independent source of inspiration for themselves as well, and not just rely on your toxic attachments or your toxic habits to guide the directions and the path of your life. Now, this full moon as well with Aries, we have Chiron in Aries. Okay, Chiron is in Aries, and Chiron is not a planet. It's the asteroid that is our wounded healer. It's all about shadow work. It's all about the toxic trauma that's happened to you when you were a child that you had to heal from, and now you're the generational curse breaker. Okay. It's all about that. And so with this full moon, which is at 24 degrees, it's going to be exact early in the morning at 7:24 a.m. Eastern. Is going to be conjunct Chiron. Chiron is going to show that people are going to be doing their shadow work. People are going to feel extra sensitive. It could be feeling a little bit painful, emotional, spiritually, mentally. And that is going to be driving people to fight for their rights, to claim their power. Mars is a planet that has to do as well with what you want to invest your blood life force into. Okay, what is your life force? What lights you up, right? What gets you heated? What gets you hot? What gets you going? And so this full moon in Aries wants you to focus on that passion, on that motivation, on that drive that is coming through with Mars. Now, when we look at Mars, Mars is sitting in Cancer. It's not doing great in Cancer because it's fiery planet and the watery sign. It's not working out too good. It's holding up a lot of resentment. It's letting things slide under the rug, and things in that field are festering, right? And they're generating and they're culminating, right, into maybe a deeper problem, a deeper issue. And it almost feels like auric mold, like there's mold in the aura from things that have not been addressed, from things that have just been, swept under the rug, like put under the wayside. We're not focusing on that, but then it's like this cosmic auric mold. And so this deep cleansing is necessary with this full moon. Another thing that we are seeing here is a connection between Venus. Is a lot of connections with Venus. Okay, a lot of connections with Venus. Venus is the ruler of Libra, and Venus is going to be at 29 degrees and anaretic degrees, which means it's wrapping up a cycle here in Scorpio. It's going to be sextiling to Pluto. So people are going to want to transform their relationships, their values, and power issues and power dynamics in these connections can also come up. But with the sextile, this is a softer energy saying that this transformation is going to be for both parties evolutionary freedom. Okay, especially because Venus is going to be opposing Uranus, and we're going to be feeling that into this weekend. And this transit, I have to tell you, one of my least favorite Venus opposite Uranus. So this can kind of bring an energy where there's some unexpected things that happen in relationships. Okay. Uranus is a planet of surprise, shocks, revelations, breakups, breakthroughs. And so when it is opposing Venus, and again, this tension happening, right, with the grand cardinal cross. So if you're an Aries, a Libra, a Cancer, Capricorn, and also fixed signs, Venus is in Scorpio, Uranus is in Taurus, and also Leo and Aquarius, you're in it too. They're like, how am I in it? Because you're fixed. Okay. This is saying that people are wanting to fight for their freedoms. Okay. People are wanting to step out of maybe a comfort zone, and there can be a lot of unexpected shakeups and tower moments. Mars is the tower card in the tarot, right? And the Fool is Uranus. So it's like, burn it all down, tower. Things aren't working. Things need to be the foundation needs to be relaid. And that way, when you're in the Fool card and you jump and you are following your intuition, it is on a clean slate. Okay. Or it is something that you're feeling very passionate, like you're being like, it's just a knowing. It's a spiritual knowing. And this could also be bringing up money issues coming up. Okay. Whether the way you're looking at money is changing, or the things you're having to spend money on, surprising things you have to spend money on. Okay. Bills coming up from the past. All right. Venus and Uranus, making sure that you did pay everything, right? Not buying things just like because you feel like, oh my God, I need it. Because it could be a temporary sort of like you're filling a hole, but it's not really doing anything for you. So that's another thing. You definitely don't want to spend unnecessary money, or just like spend your money frivolously with Venus opposing Uranus next week. And again, into this weekend. So there's a lot going on, you guys. There is just so much going on. And this full moon is also leading us into a Mars opposite Pluto. Like I said, Mars is in Cancer and is going to be opposing Pluto within a couple weeks after this full moon. But we're going to start to feel this energy. And I feel like towards the end of October, things are going to be intensifying very much so, where it can be feeling like some people, if you've been really advocating for yourself, showing up for yourself, you can kind of see how your actions are have been working in your favor, and how they have been elevating your life, because Pluto is about great force, right? And Mars too. These energies are feeding off of each other. But if you've been on a self-destructive path and you've bypassed the signs of the eclipse, you are, bypassing this full moon in Aries. As we get closer to the end of the month, things are going to be intensifying, and people are going to be feeling like desperate. Okay. They could be feeling very desperate, taking, toxic actions, and a lot of toxic patterns are going to come to the surface. Okay. And it's a time to watch out for yourself, and also for your self-conscious. Take great care of your mental health. And, because that is going to be a lot. Okay. And if it's not happening in your life, you're going to notice it in the world around you. Okay. You're definitely going to notice it in the world around you, baby, because it's getting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But yes, so that's really the aspects of our full moon. It's squaring Mars. It's kind of also squaring Pluto. So it's intense. It's passionate. We don't want to be too impulsive. We want to not act irrationally, cooling down anger. If you have anger issues, anger management, this full moon can be highly triggering, especially because it's going to be conjunct to Chiron. Now, the positives of this is that with the square to Mars, people are going to know what they're really feeling passionate about, and there's going to be no room for superficiality or just going along just to get along. Like, people are going to feel very, very passionate. You've been feeling this since October of last year. So that's another thing to understand, is that this full moon is for your own independence, for your own liberation, for your own freedom. And also I feel like with Aries energy, it's for your own autonomy. Okay, healing your inner child, heavy on that, healing family issues, family wounds, Mars in Cancer, opening up your throat chakra as well, because we are in a communicative season with us being in an air season. And it's like sometimes people can hush their mouth because they don't, they hush their mouth as well, or just get along. But I feel like with this Mars energy, there's ways about being real without being rude. Okay, you can be real without being rude, and that's kind of the lesson of this full moon in Aries. Do you feel me? Are you already cussed out some people? Damn. It's definitely getting spicy. It's definitely getting spicy, especially into this weekend and next week. You know, your journal is going to be your best friend. Your voice notes are going to be your best friend. Your best friend, too. You're going to have to channel the energy. For the creatives out there, you know, for the creatives or the Martian types, you know, the people who have a lot of Aries or Scorpio placements, you can be feeling like very highly awakened and like you're going through an initiation, okay, of some sort of creative rebirth or like creative sort of twist and turn transformation you're having because of that Pluto energy, or you're wanting to go deep and do a lot of research too, okay, with this Pluto. So now let's get into, I've been talking for 22 minutes. Oh my God. Let's get into our horoscopes, because usually I just do like 15 minutes on the collective energy, but I'm telling you, this one is so thick with 2 C's. I had to tell you. I had to tell you, baby. Let's start with Aries. Aries, sun, moon, rising. Sun, moon, rising. What is good, my Aries? Let's put up my banner. Let's clock in, okay? Let's clock in. How are you with time? 1:40. Okay. We're gonna have to get it how we live. Hold on. Your man with Psycho last night. Never. What happened before? He's now my ex. Wow. Is he have these Aries Scorpio placements? People are triggered. Okay. People are triggered. Venus opposing Uranus, more breakups, or, you know, concessions being made in relationships, giving each other your own freedom, loving each other differently with Uranus. As Sagittarius, that's impossible. Okay. Oh, dude, we're still feeling that eclipse. Girlies. All right, Aries, sun, moon, rising. This full moon is in your beautiful sign, okay? So of everything I just talked about, you guys have the moon in your sign, so you're going to be tapped more in with your intuition. You could be having a lot of deep dreams, and there could also be a connection where you are wanting to comfort and take extra care and nourishment of yourself. This full moon happening in your house of self is about you sort of releasing and seeing, like, for the past year, right? For the past year, Aries, how have you been called to grow and change and go through your own cycles and phases of your life, like the moon, right? And so with this, you are also letting go of that like past year, and you guys have been on a mission of evolution because of the North Node in your sign. So you guys have been growing, you guys have been expanding your sense of self, whether spirit had to kick you, okay, slap you to get you to do it, you've been doing it. And now it's like, okay, I see the growth, the moon. I'm tapped in with my own intuition. I'm doing the healing work, Chiron in your sign. Some of you guys could be feeling extra sensitive as well, like, and sensitive to pain. So taking extra good care of your body, your vitamins, your immune, your probiotics, prebiotics, whatever. And doing your own shadow work, right? Your focus right now has been deeply kind of taken out of you and into your partnerships because the sun is in the 7th house. You could have been meeting very important people, especially within the last year, that are integral to these storylines that are playing out in your fate. And there's a lot of things that you might be having to do with your partner, business partner, relationship partner, or your friends and stuff like that. And recently, of course, having to release or let go of certain relationship dynamics that have been making you feel like you're second guessing yourself, or like you can't clearly express yourself. There have been a lot of maybe misunderstandings with that. And And then also you guys are having Mars in the 4th house. So you guys could be going through those family issues, family dynamics, moving, wanting to move, wanting to relocate, or there could just be anger or explosions in a sense with people in your house, like verbal explosions with people in your home or family. Okay. What else? Aries also is having a big connection and storyline with money and your relationships, okay? And your relationships, whether this is about how your couple or your relationship has been an equal or unequal energy exchange to, or making money in creative ways that give you more leverage and freedom in your life. Okay. So that's pretty big for you guys. Venus in the 8th house. Now let's pull a card for you. You guys got Knight of Swords. Okay. Knight of Swords is the card of motion, is the card of movement. Okay. So this is saying that you're going on and attacking things headstrong. Okay. Head first. But I feel like the thing with the Knight of Swords is that sometimes this is acting before it is ripe, or feeling so passionate about your stance that you are speaking before you're thinking. And so there's things that you say you can't take back. So this is also saying, think before you speak. Okay. Swords is our communication. And Knight of Swords is also like, you can be feeling inspiration to make some certain moves, or I'm just feeling like maybe, you know, you do things usually in one way and all of a sudden now you're going to do it in another way. And Knight of Swords is extremely busy. Okay. Whether this is your schedule filling up or you're communicating, you're talking to a lot of different people. Okay. With this energy. Okay. It's talking to a lot of people. Knight of Swords. Maybe people are coming at you and you're going to have to let them know, who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Knight of Swords. Aries is I feel like, look at the Knight of Swords. Like, this person is ready to go to war. Aries is ready to fight for their rights. Okay. Aries ain't playing no games and they are not holding ish back. Okay. But just make sure when you say something, you're ready to stand on it. Period. Aries. Okay, now let's get into our Taurus babies. Taurus, how are we feeling in this energy? Taurus, how we feeling in this energy? Okay, Taurus has been having more of a tricky time. It shouldn't be so, but it is, okay? Because Taurus is in their season right now of getting their shit together, okay? Organizing yourself, strategizing, seeing how you can lessen your stress, keeping up with your appointments, your doctor's appointments, making your dentist appointments, your eye appointments. You're needing to really tick off those tasks in your to-do list. Okay, check. You got a lot of ish to do. And this full moon is happening in your house of self-undoing. So what does that mean? Taurus, you're also in this point where it's like, you are having maybe a little bit less energy and the shadow work is hitting you hard, because this house of self-undoing, this full moon is illuminating your mental health, how you have been taking care of it or how you haven't been taking care of it. And you'll know by your energy levels and the actions that you've been taking, the way you've been communicating, okay? And also the dreams. Taurus has not been able to escape these intense dreams happening that are trying to slap you in the face, but it's almost like, you know how Taurus is, stubborn as hell. So this full moon is in the 12th house, right? This is saying you guys need more rest than usual. So make yourself comfortable at home. Okay, make yourself comfortable at home. Get your heating pad, get your tea, get your journal. It's a great time to journal and vent and get everything off your chest. Going to bed early, okay, maybe sleeping in too with this, and managing your stress levels, because Taurus can be getting easily stressed around this time, the stressness. the stress energy can make you get sick, and you don't want to get sick, okay, because you have a lot of work to do. So yeah, you don't want to do that. Venus has been sitting in your 7th house, right? Uranus is in your 1st house. So you guys are the most likely to be going through surprising things with your relationships, with your maybe even best friends if you're single, or your work relationships too, where there could be some surprising new development happening, okay? So watch out for that, my Tauruses. And Mars is in your 3rd house, saying that maybe Taurus having a lot of things to do with their family, their siblings, their cousins, and in their local community, okay? Because that's what the 3rd house has to do with. And also saying that you got to rest your throat because you've been talking too much, smoking too much, okay? So rest your throat, Taurus. Babies. You guys got Page of Wands, okay? Page of Wands. I feel like this is saying that in Scorpio season, it's going to be a new chapter for you, Taurus. So with the Page of Wands, be open to it. Be curious about it. Don't count yourself out just yet, okay? Page of Wands is saying to pursue your passions, okay? Pursue your passions. Like, don't be like, maybe there's a new adventure. There's something that you just don't know. You've had an intuition. You're not really sure why, but it's calling you. The Page of Wands says, baby, you do not have to like know the like way it's going to turn out, but you just have to know that you're following your own inspiration. You're following your passion. Take that step into that, right? The Wands is saying that this could be something creative, something spiritual, maybe for some of you guys also something sexual with the Page of Wands, okay? You freak, nasty, Tauruses, okay? Gemini, sun, moon, rising. How are we feeling? Mis amores. Now, Gemini, Jupiter is in your sign, and Jupiter is retrograde. So you guys are adjusting your beliefs. You're trying to see how your belief systems have been working for you or how they have been working against you. And at this point with Jupiter, you're expanding yourself, okay? You're expanding yourself. You're also trying to see how can you get the most things done with the least effort, okay? Gemini is really good at multitasking. So it's like, how can you streamline certain sorts of situations? How can you work smarter, not harder? Gemini might be wanting to go as well on a trip or explore. Gemini could be having body dysmorphia too, where you're gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, or you're not properly seeing how you look in the mirror. And with Jupiter in your sign, you have to be careful not to overdo things, especially with it retrograde. Don't overdo things, which like over project, things on people. Don't over stress you out. Don't feel like overdoing anything, okay, with Jupiter being retrograde in your sign. Now, this full moon is happening in your house that has to do with your goals and your dreams. So Gemini can be reaping some sweet rewards where it's like you're finally eating off the prayers that you had made months ago, years ago, and now you are eating, okay, because it's a full moon in your sign of wish fulfillment. Something's coming full circle with this. And so you're getting greater clarity too on who you are and what you want for the long term, and making the smarter moves and thinking very much in the aspect of creating a legacy for yourself, and also not a legacy just with like your career, but the way you carry yourself. And this is also focusing on your community and your relationships, okay? Your friendships, okay? So with this full moon, you could be like making new friends, meeting new friends, or spending time with friends, old friends you haven't seen in a long time. Also, with the full moon about release and surrender, some of you guys are letting go of old friendships or letting your old friendships kind of develop into something new. It doesn't mean the friendship's over, but maybe you're just not as close as you used to be, right? And that's totally fine. It's about showing that in the past year, God, the universe, has put a lot of people in your path that can help you reach your goals and your dreams. Hopefully you've been taking advantage of that, care of that, and you are doing it. You are also, with this full moon, feeling grateful, okay, for the people who nourish you, comfort you, pour into you. This would be a great time to, again, link with your friends, have a dinner with your friends, something like that. And the sun is sitting in your 5th house of pleasure. So hopefully you guys have been carving out time for your self-care dates, for your play dates, for your own creativity. Okay. The fifth house also has to do with children. So if you do have children, you could have been focusing more on them, getting their structure, their routines together. And if you don't have children, this could be showing that in this season, you're giving birth to a version of yourself, a creative version of yourself, or also allowing yourself to do things, again, that give you more pleasure, more satisfaction, more stimulation. Mars is in your second house. Mars is going to be retrograding in your second house. So you have to be very mindful too of the way that you're spending money. Okay. If you're making it fast, spending it fast, that's not good. Okay. So with the Mars in the second house, you guys could be learning more about your resources, your values, you know, what's worth your time and not. And like sometimes with Mars in the second house, you're spending more money. So being mindful about that, especially with this full moon. Money is a big theme for you guys. Yeah. And there could be changes in work relationship dynamics. You guys got the 8 of Cups and the Page of Wands. Okay. 8 of Cups, Page of Wands. Gemini, you are stepping away. Okay. Stepping away from the stale, the mundane, the boring, the BS. Okay. Also, maybe from something that you were comfortable with, but just simply wasn't serving you. And you're like, there's something else out there. And you guys got the Page of Wands. So it's like, you're not scared to go on a new adventure. You're not scared to see what else is out there. It's about exploring what's beneath the surface. 8 of Cups is also like knowing when to fold because you have a shit hand and you need to restart. Okay. Which is also like, there's been something that you've been trying to, you know, control in your life, let go of in your life, but you haven't been able to. This full moon is going to be like, you know what? This isn't giving me joy, not giving me pleasure. This isn't in my values, and I'm ready to walk away from it. Okay. I'm ready to walk away from it. So kudos to you, Gemini. Thank you, babe. Honey B. Shay. She said, I'm giving Monica or Morticia Adams. I cannot read, yo. I cannot read. Swear, when I started giving that Gemini reading, my head, okay? The crown chakra activation was insane. Okay. But when I do my reading, sometimes like I do feel things in my physical, but they come and they go. So I'm not too concerned about it. It already left. Okay. So I'm not worried about it. I'm feeling fine. Thank you. So where are we on now? Cancer. Thank you, babes. Thank you for all the love. We're doing sun, moon, and rising sign. The way I'm looking at the charts is through the rising sign. Okay, Cancer, sun, moon, rising. So Cancer, the ruler of this full moon is in your sign. Okay, the ruler of the full moon is in your sign. And so you guys are definitely going to be one of the main characters affected by this. And Mars is not a planet to play with, okay? Like, it's not a planet to play with. It is the god of war. And so Cancer has been feeling for the past couple of weeks way more energized, okay? Having way more vitality. And sometimes when you have a lot of energy, you need to think about ways to channel it differently than you used to. Okay. Another thing with Mars in Cancer is that you guys could have been feeling like, you know, the actions you've been taking have been not yielding maybe the results you've been wanting. So you've been taking action, but it's like you feel like you're crawling, or it's not happening as quickly as you want it to. And so you're playing for the long haul right now because Mars is going to be going retrograding in your sign. So whatever you're doing, you might be needing to do it more than once. You might be needing to slow down while you do it. I feel like some Cancers can be feeling like you want to, start a new physical routine, whether this walking, swimming, gym, Pilates, okay? You guys are going to want to do something physical with your body. You could be feeling more competitive than usual too, with Mars being in your sign, the ruling this full moon. And this full moon is also happening in your house of your persona, right? So it's like you guys are at this point where more eyes are on you. People are paying attention to your moves. You're paying attention to the things that you're doing. Okay. Some Cancer placements can also be getting a promotion or putting yourself out there in places you haven't been before and reaping beautiful results from it, because we love a full moon in our 10th house. It just shows that whatever we've been working towards professionally, socially, within our own self to be a better person in the world is going to be showing up on our 10th house full moon. So this is kind of beautiful for you guys. And with the sun being in your 4th house, you guys have been, being maybe more, you guys are already like homebody sign, but the sun in your 4th house is giving, you're spending more time at home, you're redecorating your home. You could be moving, relocating, or there's some new things happening within your family and how you may be showing up for your family, right? Because Mars is in your 1st house. Venus is in your 5th house, opposing Uranus. So for Cancers, you guys could be going through friendship breakups, friendship makeups. Yeah. Okay. Seeing also how maybe you and certain friends have outgrown each other based on values. Oh no. We got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, Page of Pentacles. And it's kind of crazy because every sign's been getting more or less a court card. And so the court cards are about people, right? They represent people in our life. And we're in a Libra season, right? Libra is about relationships, okay? So it's like almost we're all kind of focusing on these people in our life, or we could be feeling like the people in our life are becoming an overwhelming presence. The Page of Pentacles, though, this is our card of the day as well today, Friday. Page of Pentacles is saying that Cancer is adapting to a new routine, maybe a new schedule, or seeing things that they want to invest their time, their money, their energy, and attention to, because Mars in Cancer, because they're passionate about it, because they're feeling motivated to do this, okay? Mars in Cancer, because they are driven. All right. And so also some of you guys can be starting a new school, a new program, or something like that, grounding your energy. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Now we are on Leo. Do we have any Leos in the building? Leos in the building. Say what up. Leo. So you guys are having the full moon in your house of higher education. So what are you being called to learn? Okay. This is a season for you guys of learning, of communicating. All right. And so with this full moon in the 9th house, you guys could be feeling like, you know what? I need to book a trip. I need to go somewhere. I need to read this book, go to this webinar, go to this online course, and focus on expanding my mind, okay? Spirit wants you to think bigger, okay? Think big, B. Think big, B, the 9th house. Some of you guys can also be meeting or relating to people from different cultures, all right, with this 9th house influence. And the sun is in the 3rd house, right? Your ruler is the sun. And it's in the 3rd house of communication. So this is unlocking a throat chakra upgrade for you, okay? And so you guys could have a lot more to say than usual. And this is about sharing it. Maybe you're sharing about things that you learn. Maybe you're studying, teaching, okay? And also, if you have siblings, cousins, relatives, sun in that 3rd house can show that maybe you're going to their birthday party or doing something together as a family with this. Venus is sitting in your 4th house. And so with the Venus sitting in your 4th house, opposing Uranus, you guys can be, you know, changing your home, changing your space, rearranging furniture, having sudden changes of jobs, okay? Sudden change of jobs, sudden change of career, or the way that people perceive you in your family or your career is changing. Okay? So that's a big thing for our Leos. I'm also looking at Pluto sitting in your 6th house. So it feels like you guys have been transforming and changing the way that you work or relate to stress. And you're going to be feeling like with this Pluto cycle wrapping up, you have kind of like unlocked here a new level of dealing with, you know, challenges, anxiety, nervousness, releasing things that are like crutches and holding you back in that way, by comfort and stability, because you're like, I'm ready to embrace this new freshness. I'm ready to truly express myself. I'm ready to expand the way that I'm seeing something. Okay, full moon in the 9th house. And this is really saying to let go of beliefs that have been not in true alignment, that have not been alignment with the truth whatsoever. Beliefs that as you dig deeper and you uncover more, you see that these beliefs have been blocking your blessings. These beliefs have not been the whole picture, okay? You guys got the Judgment card, the Judgment card. This is a Pluto card. Remember I was talking about Pluto in Capricorn, which is in your house of service and stress and anxiety, and you've been transforming that. You've been finding your power. And the Judgment card is about this aha moment, this realization, this awakening. And you guys are releasing judgment around yourself, releasing judgment around, oh my gosh, you know, why did I ever believe that? Why did I ever think that? Or, you know, what did I ever see in this person? What did I ever see in this job? Judgment card, you could have been too critical, too judgmental of yourself or others. And this judgment is like saying everyone has their point of view. People are villains in one story, heroes in the other, right? So it's like keeping your heart light as a feather with judgment. Always say that, which is just not holding on to things, right? And you guys have a very big heart, so you definitely want to keep it light. Yeah, Judgment card. Some of you guys could be visiting your ancestors, or praying with your ancestors, upgrading their altar and stuff like that too. Bless up. Now we are on Virgo. Virgo sun, moon, rising. How are my Virgos feeling? Are you feeling hot? Are you feeling hot? I know you're feeling like the phoenix that is rising from the ashes, Virgo, because this full moon is happening in your house of rebirth, of transmutation, right? And Virgo is focusing on their money, okay? If it's not filling their pockets, they don't care nothing about it, okay? Because the sun is sitting in your house of money and finances, and this full moon too is highlighting, you know, with this energy, it's like upgrading your own values, your own price, okay? How much you're willing to pay for other things too. Some of you guys can be receiving money from other people, right? Maybe you're winning the lottery, okay? Maybe you're winning the lottery, you're getting some money back, okay? Maybe you overpaid something, you get money back, or you're adjusting your rates for things like maybe your mortgage, your rent, your insurances, taxes, other people's money is being highlighted, and your investments. Some of you guys here have been going through a very maybe tough or challenging time with your partner, with Scorpio in the 7th house, and you have been elevating, maybe not breaking up with a person, but just changing your dynamic, changing the way that you show up. And that's a beautiful thing of growth. And you guys are also here like I said, it's a rebirth, right? So with this full moon, you're letting go of a part maybe of shame in your shadow side or fear in your shadow side that has kind of been impacting your own self-value. Okay, that has been impacting your own self-value. And so now you're like, I don't need that. I don't need that anymore. It's not worth the time, energy, money. So I love that for you. Venus is opposing Uranus in the 3rd and 9th. So you guys can be having arguments or fights or conflicts, values with your neighbors or relatives, family members, and siblings. Issues with that coming up over different beliefs. Seeing things extremely differently. Yeah. Some Virgos might also be feeling like some Virgos could be feeling very fertile, whether this is physically or spiritually, emotionally. And with your ruler sitting in the 3rd house, you guys, everyone's going to get a piece of your mind. And also I feel like family secrets could be coming up. You guys got the 3 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords is saying that, like I said, it's a rebirth season. It's a transformation season. So Virgo, you're really doing a lot of shadow work. You're seeing and evaluating who's hurt you, whether their spot in your life is up for grabs or, up changing the way that this person has spot in your life. Some of you guys are reaching higher levels. And because of that, other people who don't have these high aspirations are being let go. And also with this 3 of Swords, it just feels like there's like a heaviness in your heart. And this is why you're being called to change and upgrade and redirect. Okay. Redirect situations in your life. Now we have Libra. I love that. Libra, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Libra. My beautiful, sexy, charming, enchanting, attractive, sensual Libras. This one's for you. This full moon, okay, is going to be saying, baby, if you don't love me by now, you never gonna love me, okay? The full moon is happening in your house of partnerships. And so it's a focus on who you're relating with, okay? Who you're relating with, how they're relating to you. You taking tabs of who wish you a happy birthday and who didn't, and whoever didn't, they could get it, all right? With this full moon in your 7th house, so you could be feeling like you're picking up on what people are saying and thinking and feeling before they even pick up on it, okay? That's another thing, because you're super sensitive to them. You guys could also be like abandoning this issue or this energy, this frequency of people pleasing, because you've been needing to live for yourself as you've been highly sensitive with the South Node in Libra. Libra's been letting go of everything that has not been serving them for the past year. And this full moon is very much aligned with that, with the full moon being in that house of partnership, right? And another thing with this is that wounds, okay? Maybe like your relationship is fine now, but you're realizing, okay, when I had this, painful experience in my youth, this is what made me go into maybe toxic dynamics, but I've been finding my power. I've been finding my voice. The ruler of your sign is sitting in the 2nd house. So you guys have an opportunity to actually make more money than usual, whether this is from gifts from the people in your life, those partners, whether this is from, your own realization of your worth or getting a new job. You guys are focusing on that paper, maybe to getting rid of things that you no longer find valuable or add peace into your life is going to be a big thing. And Venus is opposing that Uranus in the 8th house. So make sure your debts and bills are paid up, okay? Because we can be getting some surprise notifications from that. Not fun at all. And then what else we got going on here? You guys have been having a very stressful year, So do not let that that stress squash you. right? I feel like you guys have been finding ways to make more space for more responsibilities, and that's a beautiful thing. Okay, if you've been embracing those responsibilities and taking care of yourself, you could be building a very strong foundation for you, for everyone in your life, right? Libra is the mediator. Libra is the connector. So it's like you have to take care of yourself before you can properly, manage to take care of others, baby. King of Pentacles, another court card. Another court card. The King of Pentacles is about being your truest self. Stop hiding. Stop hiding. Like, it's like giving, like, you're beautiful as you are. I woke up like this. King of Pentacles is also like not afraid to tell you how it is. Okay. This is about standing in your truth, standing in your power. And that is your richness. That is your abundance. And also, like I said, your ruler sitting in your second house of money. So King of Pentacles, you're making more money. You're feeling richer. You're feeling more like there's more opportunities flowing to you, or those opportunities that have already flown to you are benefiting, are, bringing you more harvest during this time. And King is also a success energy. And maybe you've been successful in the way you've organized yourself. You've been successful with the way you've taken care of your health. You've been successful with your money. Okay. Libra. Scorpio. What's up, my Scorpio? Scorpio's in the cut. Scorpio's getting ready for their season. You're Scorpio's 13th reason. Okay. Because Scorpio will hold a grudge. A grudge. Scorpio's out for blood. If you missed your sign, you can go on YouTube and rewind the video. Okay, if you missed your sign, you can go to YouTube and rewind the video, you guys. Don't worry. Okay, so Scorpio, you got a lot of action going on. We got Mercury in Scorpio, as well as Venus in Scorpio on the full moon. Venus at 29 degrees. So Scorpio is really concerned about a couple things, okay? You're concerned because you have a lot of things going on, and it's like, oh my God, you got to like keep your head on a swivel. You're concerned about your money as well as your relationships. Venus is money and relationships, and it's at 29 degrees, which is an anaretic degree, closing up a cycle. It's opposing Uranus. It's sextiling Pluto. It's very active for you guys because it's in your sign, right? So you guys are the most likely to be going through some sort of surprising twist and turn with one of those topics, with your partner, with your bestie, with your, social life, with your clubs. Venus is also like your social life. With sometimes maybe you guys are going to be feeling like you just want to cut your bangs, I wouldn't cut your bangs, but you guys maybe want to change the way you look, or you want to change your aesthetic. You want to change the vibe, you want to change your brand. Stuff like that. Okay. You could also be getting some surprising money coming through for you, which we love that. Could have been owed as well to you, or a blessing from a friend. And your ruler is Mars in Cancer in your 9th house. So Scorpio also is dealing with, maybe travel or trying to educate themselves and develop a deeper understanding. Okay, as well, maybe of your finances, of your money, of better ways of communication. No, you're going to cut your bangs. I mean, maybe cut your bangs, listen, maybe cut your bangs. You're going to want to. You're going to want to cut them. You're definitely going to want to cut them. You're going to want to change it up. You're going to want to change up your style. Maybe do it, okay? Why I said I wouldn't cut my hair, because I wouldn't cut my hair on a full moon. That's why. If you cut your hair on a full moon, it grows back faster. If you cut your hair on a new moon, it grows back slower. No, wait. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. If you cut your hair on a new moon, it grows back faster. And a full moon, it's going to grow back slower. Okay? It's going to take a longer time to grow back. which could be good for bangs. I like to cut my hair on the new moon. Okay. Anyways, the full moon though for you guys is happening, and it's in your house of your schedule and organizing yourself. So you guys can be letting go of habits, things that you've been doing on a daily basis that have been like not aligning with your health goals, or maybe you guys are also visiting different doctors, getting second, third, fourth opinions and stuff like that. With the full moon in your 6th house, you guys can be a little bit more like stressed out too. So try not to worry as much and take care of your health. You guys got the Strength card. Yes, the new moon. Book your appointments on the new moon. Or like the day after, but definitely around that, not the day before. So we have the Strength card, right? And the Strength card is saying that there could be a lot of strength that you're needing to have for this next chapter, baby. Okay. You could be feeling more triggered, and you are fighting like your immature self. You know, your higher self is trying to tame and reprogram and train yourself, retrain yourself with the Strength card. And Spirit's also wanting you to know how powerful you are. Funny enough, I actually have a Scorpio lighter right here. That's kind of crazy. Didn't even notice that. Didn't even know that. But yeah, I have a Scorpio lighter. Okay. Sagittarius. What's really good to my Sagittariuses? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? I know my Sagittarius feeling good. I know my Sagittarius is feeling good. Because this full moon is happening in your house of pleasure, of excitement, of enjoyment. So Sagittarius, it's time to get a little sexy. It's time to look like a hot tamale, spicing it up in the bedroom or in your own self-care, self-play, if you know what I'm saying, dates, okay? This full moon, okay, is happening in the house of pleasure. It's also happening in your house of birth and creativity. So you could be feeling very fertile, physically, emotionally, spiritually, ready to give birth to a new bee. You said, allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm extra spicy. The sun is sitting in your house of your friendships and your community and your goals. So Sagittarius has been on their Zoom. They've been very focused on what it is that they want, okay, and what it is that they're taking steps to day by day. Let me get this lighter off out of here. You're gonna be like, what is happening? Right? And the ruler of your sign is Jupiter in Gemini, retrograding, not doing too great, right? So you guys can be dealing with the differences of opinions and beliefs in your relationships and partnerships with your boo. And that's another thing. It's like, listen, like, what hell are you going to die on? Do you want to be right, or do you want to be loved? Do you want to be in relation? Right. And so you guys are also kind of going through like this kind of Phoenix rebirth type energy because of Mars being in your 8th house. So it just feels like you're feeling motivated to just be a better version of yourself. To also, I feel like, with Venus here sitting on the 29th degree, you guys are going to want to focus on your peace, your harmony, like what's really going to make you feel good that you can control, okay? And also you guys are focusing on your coins, okay? Focusing on your coins. You guys could have been having a very hard time with home dynamics or family dynamics this year. So that could be something else, like that you guys are having a difference of beliefs and difference of opinions. And we have the Ace of Cups, which is about forgiveness, okay? Having compassion for people and listening to your intuition, okay? Ace of Cups is a watery energy. So you guys will be feeling very, I feel like spiritually inclined, where you are wanting to, you know, decorate your altars, maybe go to church, go to a spiritual center, read a good word, fill up your cup. Ace of Cups, right? And also with this Ace of Cups, this is showing that maybe you get some love, okay? Some love in the club. Someone's going to be showing you love, sending you flowers, sending you gifts, or letting you know what you mean to them. Okay. And being open to receive that. Like, people want love, but can they really receive love? Some of you guys want to do ayahuasca or some drugs. Okay. That's what I'm seeing with that. Ciao. Okay. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. So Capricorn, you are a cardinal sign. Okay. So you're part of this grand cardinal cross that's going to be popping off on this full moon. And Pluto is in Capricorn. Pluto is that judgment card, right? Capricorn placements have been getting a lot of heat on them, okay? A lot of heat on Capricorn placements because of Pluto here exposing, because of Pluto here digging deep, diving deep. And Pluto is having you realize a cycle that you had been on for the past 20, 15, 16, 17, 18 years, right? That has been a part of your identity that you are now realizing maybe that part of your identity had more power over you than your own higher self, had more power over you than what's good for you. Right? And so you guys can be dealing with that power issues, power dynamics, calling your power, calling your energy back into you. Yes, back at work after 17 years. Pluto on Capricorn, right? And so I love that for you because it's sextiling Venus, right? Venus in Taurus, no, Venus in Scorpio, 29 degrees. So this transformation, this closing of a chapter is going to be benefiting how you are feeling confident about yourself, is going to be benefiting Venus, your pockets. It's going to be benefiting like your confidence and also everyone that you connect with, right? Because Venus is sitting in your house of community groups, organizations, right? So we love that. Pluto is also opposing that Mars in Cancer in the 7th house. So as we progress over this month, there's going to be issues here of like, I feel like with Mars and Pluto, it's like these power issues or power dynamics in relationships, again, work, love, family, and knowing sometimes your strength is in not overreacting. Your strength is in staying calm, is in your Venus, is in your peace, is in your harmony, and not letting manipulation, whether you want to manipulate someone or someone want to manipulate you, get the best of you, right? Very, very important with this. You guys, it's going to be big for Cancer. It's going to be big for Capricorn. Now, this full moon is sitting in your 4th house of family. Okay. So full moons, you guys could be having a birthday party, right? With your family. Full moons could be celebrations. Also family secrets coming to light. Or with this full moon here, maybe you're wanting to change, renovate your home. And there could be some progress happening here with that grand cardinal cross because it's initiating something. And the sun is sitting in your 10th house of career. Okay. And also your persona. So Capricorn is very much more magnetic in this 10th house season. So if you've been wanting to make a move, if you've been wanting to be seen, this is the time to do it. Get outside your house. Okay, Capricorn, get outside your house. So beautiful, bountiful blessings can find you. Oh, 222. 222. And you guys got the Knight of Wands. You guys can be seeing 222 a lot, and you got the Knight of Wands. Now, Knights are messages. You guys could be getting a message to go to a party. I'm feeling it, okay? Or also with this, Mars opposite Pluto in your sign. Someone's coming up to you a little bit heated, a little bit hot. And again, focus on your Venus, focus on your values, focus on your peace, your harmony. Don't let nobody take you off of your center. Knight of Wands also say you guys could be feeling very motivated and like to just do something, but make sure you're thinking about it before you're just doing it. Okay. Aquarius. Ooh, 11:22 on the West Coast. On the West Coast. Okay. Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. Are you in the building? Let me know. Aquarius. Aquarius is somewhere getting ready for their season. It's funny because it's like really far away from now, but Aquarius, like they be really thinking about the future. They really be trying to be 5 steps ahead of everybody. Okay. So Aquarius is feeling that Pluto. Okay. Because Pluto is on the border of Aquarius. Okay. Just so you know. So you're feeling that pull of, I got to claim my power. Okay. And right now, this full moon is happening in your house of communication. So likely it's something that you have to express, something you have to get off your chest. Some of you guys can be having hard conversations. If you've been in therapy, you guys can be unlocking different traumas and everything like that, revisiting certain things, or maybe you're doing this with a close friend or with your journal. But this is about expressing yourself. Maybe some Aquariuses are writing a book. Okay, writing a book. You are trying to publish something, get something out into the world. And you guys have your ruler Saturn sitting in your second house. So you've been really focusing here on your money. And with the sun in your ninth house, you're trying to learn, right? So you're learning a lot about money. You're learning a lot about resources. You're learning a lot about how to do your maybe your taxes, or get the best rates on your insurance and stuff like that. So that's a big focus for you guys. And you know, the ruler of this moon is going to be sitting in your house of stress. So it's like, to manage your stress, to manage your anxiety, you're needing to fill your mind up with better tools, better knowledge, better wisdom on that, right? And also you guys can be feeling like you're very busy with work, very busy staying organized, very busy staying top of all your appointments and stuff like that. So that's another area of focus for you guys. That Venus-Uranus opposition is happening in your career and your family. So maybe some of you guys have been wanting to move, wanting to relocate, and this starts that process. With Venus too, you guys could be getting a promotion, or an invitation to do something that you've been really wanting to do. So that's very exciting for you guys. Okay. It's very exciting. Yeah, maybe some of you guys are leaving behind a career that you've done for a while, or reinvesting in it. Okay. We have the High Priestess. Okay, the High Priestess is sitting here for you. Aquarius is saying, listen to your intuition. You already know. You don't need to see it with your 2 eyes when your 3rd eye has been telling it to you, right? And the High Priestess is also really about things that are hidden behind the veil. So it's like right now, if you're going through certain struggles, what's behind the veil, what's behind the work, you don't know yet, right? Or maybe you do, maybe you have an intuition, but you have been getting discouraged, you have been feeling harder on yourself, so you haven't been really leaning into that vibe. Okay, so it's the High Priestess saying, trust yourself, even trusting in the things that you know are coming, but you can't see yet. Okay, now we have Pisces, 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 sun, moon, rising. How are you? Pisces, baby. So my Pisces poppies, my Pisces mommies, this full moon's happening in, hold up, babies. Wow. This full moon's happening in your second house, okay? This full moon's happening in your second house of money and resources. The thing about it is I love a full moon in the second house, okay? I love a full moon in the second house because this should be a good time to increase your income. This should be a good time to focus on the bag or reinvent yourself in some way. You guys could also be like letting go of a lot of material items that are no longer serving you, which is like donating or, you know, reallocating your resources. You're going through a season of a rebirth, the sun being in your 8th house, and also evaluating what people are adding to your life versus what they're taking from your life. You know, Saturn is in Pisces, so Pisces has been going through a little bit of a harder time. And so, you know, Pisces also needs to not be as hard on themselves. Maybe you feel like you're comparing yourself to a past version or a future version of yourself that's yet to happen. And Spirit wants you to ground into who you are in this present moment and know that this too is very beautiful. And I feel like for you guys, this grand cardinal cross energy is wanting you to initiate something, like maybe this is related to your job, relating to work, relating to doing, like, I feel like with this 5th house energy, doing what's best for you. And also Pisces, you guys can be feeling a creative rebirth, a creative resurgence, or two, like you're focusing on children. If you've been trying to get pregnant, this could be a time where Pisces could be getting pregnant or feeling feeling very sexual. If you guys are out here in these streets, I'm telling you, Mars in Cancer, your house of children. If it's not making babies, okay, it's also feeling motivated. It's also feeling extremely motivated to maybe give birth to a new version of yourself or to like put passion and action behind a creative idea or a creative project, honey. All right. So I feel like with the Pisces, it's going to get easier. It's going to get better. You know, like there could just be another, like an unexpected maybe trip that you have to take, or travel that you have to do as well. Venus is in the 9th, opposing Uranus. So you guys can be also meeting people from different cultures or different areas around these next 4 weeks. We have the Queen of Swords, okay? And the Queen of Swords energy is about saying it as it is. Stop sugarcoating things. Like, boundaries are a blessing. No is a protection spell. The Queen of Swords is like saying you got to speak your truth, and also not everyone deserves access to you. And don't feel bad about putting people in their place. Don't feel bad about stating your own boundaries, because it is self-preservation and it is self-protection. Okay. Queen of Swords, though, you guys can be saying things maybe in a harsh way. So it's like, realize that too. To be real, you don't have to be rude, which I said earlier. Okay. So that was our horoscopes, mis amores. We did it. We did it. I love that for us. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, comment a B emoji or yellow heart. Sending you guys so many blessings. Please come join us for the Cut the Cord Reiki happening on October 17th for this full moon in Aries. This passionate, angry, super blood moon. Okay, you can also book a live or pre-recorded reading with me for your year ahead. Fix your funk. What's your superpower? Reach out to me at bigempressenergyllc.com. Sending you guys so much love and blessings. Share the video with a friend. Tell a friend. And I will talk to you later. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Bye, X.